Hello, my name is Brandon Yee, and this is my video for Major Project 1.2. I will be discussing the Fremont Troll and the characteristics it has, both physical, symbolic slash conceptual, I guess, that help develop the message I believe it conveys. So just before we begin, I thought it would be important for you as the viewer to just pause the video for a second and check out this infographic I had made for Major Project 1.1, which is the first part of this project. It just kind of introduces the Fremont Troll, and it was just some observations I made of the statue itself, and then just some basic information about it that I thought was important. So now it's time for me to introduce my claim. The Fremont Troll is a well-loved art piece in the Fremont neighborhood of Seattle, Washington, that depicts an extremely large troll holding a car in his hand under the George Washington Memorial Bridge. The Fremont Troll represents the conflict between industrialization and nature. The symbolic nature of the sculpture, its physical composition and appearance, and the surrounding environment of the sculpture are some examples of some characteristics it has that symbolizes aspects of both industrialization, nature, and the conflict between the two. I will be elaborating upon the physical characteristics of the troll that further develop this message as we get farther into this video presentation. According to his Wikipedia page, the Fremont Troll was created because there was a Fremont area competition intending to rehabilitate the area under the George Washington Memorial Bridge. A group of artists, Donna Walter, Ross Whitehead, and I am very confident I am mispronouncing this name, but Steve Bedanes and Will Martin created the troll and won the competition. As you can see in the lower right picture, the statue is always situated under the bridge. I think a possible explanation for the sheer size of the statue is to take up the large amount of space under the bridge, because the intention of the competition, which the statue was created for, was to rehabilitate and basically maintain the area under the bridge. So yeah. Now, moving on to the statue's physical composition. As you can see, the statue is physically made of a range of colors, from shades of brown to darker colors getting closer and closer to black, that are, in my opinion, pretty dull and lifeless. The statue seems, to me, to be made out of concrete as well. I think that these aspects of its physical composition are pretty surprising when you look at what the statue is itself and what it's supposed to be conveying, just visually and image-wise. The statue is supposed to be a troll, and traditionally, trolls are mythical figures of nature that have always been closely associated to nature itself. As you can see in the lower right picture, the troll is sitting under the bridge and is mainly green colored. This is a stark contrast to the troll statue, which is pretty void of color, and even though it's it's underneath a bridge as well, its surrounding environment is similarly colored to the troll itself, which is, again, devoid of color and pretty lifeless. So yeah, I just thought that was an important observation. And I thought that the intention behind the physical composition of the troll, in this case the Fremont Troll, is to convey the conflict between nature and industrialization. The troll itself is typically a figure of nature, yet the Fremont Troll, while physically representing a troll, is, composition-wise, closer to aspects and characteristics representative of the concept of the city and industrialization in general. It is void of the nature traditionally associated with the the troll figure, if that's a good way to describe it. I thought that this represented the troll having become a part of the city where the industrial state were trying to fight back against this forced like the idea of industrialization has been forced onto the troll. Um, Basically, the troll is trying to fight back against that and return to nature. And the fighting back aspect can be seen in the Fremont troll and how the troll is grabbing a car. And to me, my interpretation is it's pretty violent because of how big the troll is. But as an audience, we don't really know exactly what the troll is trying to do with the car. So yeah, that was just my interpretation of it. So the strength of that claim is pretty um, unstable, I guess, as part of my argument. So yeah, and this fighting back aspect can be seen by the red arrow in the image of the troll on the slide. And yeah, and a couple more observations I wanted to make is that the sheer size of the troll also makes it stand out in the cityscape, which can be seen as the troll trying to fight back against the city, because traditionally the city state and industrialization kind of calls for a lot of modernization and conformity, and the troll is fighting back against these expectations, is that it's so big and like kind of disturbing the cityscape. So yes. I think the troll will remain a significant aspect of Seattle's culture as a city and as an arts center. The troll seems to be made of concrete or material that won't really degrade away anytime soon, as well as its location. It is under a bridge, so it is always shielded from rain. And just these physical aspects of the troll statue itself means that physically it won't be going away anytime soon. And other than the physical aspects of the troll itself is just very good at attracting tourism, and that many people, once they see it, always want to take pictures with it. So I think it'll always be a good like site or source of tourism, and in that way, or in that aspect, it'll never really like go away in terms of its presence in the city. I thought that the troll was similar to the statue Adam by Fernando Botero. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And this is a statue also located in Seattle. I recently went to Seattle with friends and I was just walking around. I think I was at a CVS next to the Warwick in Seattle, and I just randomly saw this statue, and yeah, it was super noticeable. It stands out so well, like even though that part of the city is like, I think I was in downtown or I was close to Pike Place, but yeah, like that part of the city is like super busy. There's a lot going on, but even then, the statue stood out so much, and I was like kind of shocked, I guess. And I think the statue just has the same amount of shock value as the troll statue, and the statue similarly has darker colors. And personally, in my opinion, is not traditionally not what you would expect to see as an art piece in general in the city. So yeah. To conclude this video presentation, I just wanted to talk about how people would react to this statue. So personally for me, I've been very familiar with the statue because I've lived in Washington my whole life and I've always lived super close to Seattle. So it's just always been like, I don't really have a reaction to it, I guess, anymore. It's just like something I know. And when I see it, I'm like, oh, that's the Fremont troll, and like, that's it. Like, I don't really have any like actual reaction towards it, but I asked three of my friends about their thoughts of the statue. So friend one said, if you were a little kid, you'd probably be super scared. And personally for them, they were also pretty scared of the statue because of the size and the appearance. Like, it's not a beautiful troll. So yeah, and I thought that matched well with the first picture of the woman who is very scared. So yeah. And then my second friend, so friend number two, they said they thought they would be in awe because of the size, and it's just, they said personally when they see it, it's like they know it's a great piece of art because of the size and the significance it has in the city and for the people. So they just said they would be in awe of it and just like try to learn to appreciate it. And as for my final friend, friend number three, they said it would make them think a lot and just reflect, because when they look at it, and I also agreed with this, when they look at it, they don't really know what to think other than like, they're shocked or like they think it's like a great statue or they don't think it's a great statue. But like other than that, like they don't know exactly what to think, so it's definitely gonna make them think. So yeah.